Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and every government around the globe has confirmed it. Extraterrestrial beings exist. They've been here, watching, perhaps even walking among us. The headlines flash across every screen. We are not alone. But what happens next? Does the world unite in awe or descend into chaos? Are you ready to know the truth? Or more importantly, is humanity ready? In an unprecedented move, Congress is set to hold a hearing on extraterrestrial encounters. Yes, Congress, the same people who struggle to agree on a budget, are now tasked with unveiling secrets that could redefine our understanding of existence. This hearing isn't just about UFOs. It's about unraveling the mysteries of unidentified aerial phenomena and possibly the beings behind them. But here's the real question. Is the average citizen prepared to accept this paradigm shift? Luis Elizondo, a former counterintelligence officer, has emerged as a key figure in this discussion. His work with the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program has provided evidence that challenges long-standing government silence. He claims we're not alone, and that the proof has been hidden in plain sight. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, could you handle waking up to the undeniable proof of alien existence? Governments may have hidden this knowledge, not out of malice, but out of necessity. The average person, preoccupied with daily struggles, might not have the emotional or psychological bandwidth to process the idea of beings far superior to us in technology, or perhaps even intellect. Let's imagine the fallout. Religions around the world could face existential crises. Sacred texts that have guided humanity for millennia might be reinterpreted, questioned, or abandoned altogether. Would people see these things as divine messengers or existential threats? Would believers feel validated or betrayed? Meanwhile, science would experience a renaissance or a reckoning. The knowledge that we're not the sole intelligent species in the universe would shatter old paradigms. Astrophysicists would scramble to reinterpret their findings. Engineers would dream of reverse engineering alien technology, perhaps uncovering secrets to faster-than-light travel or infinite energy sources. But would this knowledge unify us? Or would it be weaponized in humanity's relentless pursuit of dominance? The congressional hearing brings credible witnesses to the forefront, including former military officials, NASA representatives, and respected scientists. These aren't fringe conspiracy theorists. They're people with expertise, credentials, and evidence. Their testimonies could dismantle decades of skepticism and ridicule surrounding this subject. The implications are profound. Consider the Pentagon's acknowledgement of recovered mysterious crafts with technologies far beyond our current understanding. If reverse engineering these systems leads to breakthroughs, humanity could enter a new era of innovation. Free energy, interstellar travel, and unimaginable advancements could become realities. But at what cost? Could such knowledge become a Pandora's box, unleashing unintended consequences? This isn't just about technology. It's about humanity's place in the universe. For centuries, we've operated under the assumption that Earth is the center of life as we know it. What happens when that assumption crumbles? Are we emotionally, spiritually, or socially prepared to confront the possibility that we are one of many civilizations, or perhaps not even among the most advanced? As the hearing approaches, millions around the globe will tune in to witness history unfold. The live-streamed event promises to be a spectacle, a moment when humanity collectively holds its breath. But the real challenge lies in what comes after the revelations. The first wave of reactions will likely be shock, awe, and disbelief. For some, confirmation of extraterrestrial life might be a relief, validating years of speculation. For others, it could spark profound psychological anxiety. If aliens exist, What does that mean for the value we place on human life, culture, and history? Society thrives on certainty, and this news would dismantle much of that. Consider the economic implications. If alien technology offers solutions to energy crises, industries that have defined global power structures, oil, gas, and even renewable energy, could collapse overnight. Political alliances might shift as nations vie for access to extraterrestrial knowledge. And let's not forget the potential for mass hysteria. Fear of the unknown could drive people to irrational behaviors, fracturing communities instead of uniting them. But what if this revelation isn't a threat? It's an opportunity. Imagine alien cooperation leading to a golden age for humanity. Diseases eradicated, climate change reversed, and interstellar travel made possible. Could extraterrestrials help us transcend our divisions and see ourselves as one global species? Or would human distrust and greed squander this chance? Cultural narratives would shift dramatically. Movies, books, and media that once depicted aliens as monsters or invaders might suddenly feel outdated. Instead, we might celebrate our connection to the cosmos, seeing ourselves as part of a vast, interconnected web of life. Yet not all responses would be so harmonious. The darker side of humanity, fear, prejudice, and a desire for control, might rear its head. History has shown that humans often react poorly to the unfamiliar. Wars have been fought over far less than the introduction of alien life. Could the revelation of extraterrestrials trigger a new kind of global conflict? One rooted in who gets control of this newfound knowledge? And then there's the question of survival. If extraterrestrials have been observing us, what are their intentions? Are they peaceful explorers, or do they view humanity as a primitive species to be studied or controlled? Could this revelation lead to a confrontation we're not prepared for? Imagine the mental and emotional upheaval this revelation could bring. For centuries, humanity has operated with a framework that places us at the center of existence. This belief has anchored our sense of identity, purpose, and value. What happens when that framework is dismantled? Psychologists predict that the confirmation of extraterrestrial life could trigger a phenomenon known as ontological shock, a deep disruption in how we perceive reality. For some, this shock might manifest as anxiety or existential dread. If aliens exist, are we still special? Are our lives meaningful, or are we just a small cog in a vast, indifferent cosmos? Others might experience a surge of wonder and curiosity. The revelation could inspire new philosophical explorations and a greater drive to understand our place in the universe. It could encourage individuals to reevaluate their priorities, focusing less on material concerns and more on connection, exploration, and self-improvement. But not all psychological impacts would be positive. Fear of the unknown could lead to mass paranoia. Conspiracy theories would multiply, creating deeper divisions. Some might mistrust their governments even more, wondering, what else have they been hiding? At the individual level, cognitive dissonance could arise. People deeply rooted in certain belief systems, whether scientific, religious, or cultural, might struggle to reconcile this new truth with their existing worldviews. For them, aliens wouldn't just challenge what they know, it would challenge who they are. On the other hand, this revelation could also be profoundly healing. For those who have always felt isolated or misunderstood, knowing we share the universe with others could foster a sense of belonging. The idea that we are not alone could unite us in ways previously unimaginable, creating a shared sense of purpose. Ronald Reagan once said the following at the United Nations General Assembly on September 21, 1987. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war? The message is simple yet profound. Beneath the surface, It suggests that deep down, we don't hate each other as much as we think. After all, if humanity can come together across nations to face a greater threat, doesn't that reveal an innate bond? It's like a brother and sister who argue incessantly at home, but would stand united if one of them faced danger elsewhere. There's something in our nature, a primal instinct to protect each other when the stakes are high. Yet it's also in our nature to fight, to impose our will, claim territories, and wage wars for reasons often rooted in power and pride. If we were to unite against a cosmic threat and somehow prevail, would that unity endure? Or would we revert to our old, divisive ways once the dust settled? Perhaps the key to true progress lies not in the external battles, but in the internal ones. The day we overcome greed, power struggles, and the hunger for control, and instead embrace compassion and justice, is the day humanity might truly thrive. Until then, we remain trapped in a system, call it a matrix, built by elites or other forces, that keep us locked in this endless cycle. Could extraterrestrials see our plight? Could they long for us to break free from this self-imposed prison? Maybe they don't come as conquerors, but as guides, hoping to help us face our own flaws and lead us towards a better future. In the end, perhaps they're not the threat, but the opportunity we've been waiting for. The psychological impact of such a momentous event would vary widely, but one thing's certain: it would force humanity to confront not only the unknown out there, but also the unknown within ourselves. Would we revert to our primitive instincts, fighting what we don't understand? Or could we rise above, tapping into a higher state of being where awareness and understanding take precedence? Perhaps the most profound impact of all would be internal. How would individuals process this knowledge? Would it inspire awe and curiosity, or spark anxiety and fear? Would we feel insignificant in the grand scheme of the universe, or empowered by the idea that we're part of something much larger than ourselves? The live-streamed Congress hearing might be the beginning of a new chapter for humanity, a moment that forces us to confront our deepest questions. Who are we? Why are we? And what does it mean to share this universe with others? The answers won't just come from governments or scientists. They'll come from us. How we react, adapt, and grow will define this moment in history. Will we rise to the occasion, embracing the mystery and possibility of extraterrestrial life? Or will we let fear and division hold us back? So ask yourself, are you ready for this revelation? Are you prepared to confront what it means to be human in a universe teeming with life? Or will the weight of the unknown prove too much to bear? The truth is out there, waiting for us to find it. But perhaps the bigger question is, are we ready to find ourselves? Would this revelation trigger a mass ontological shock, or perhaps even a collective psychosis? Maybe it's worth pausing for a moment and asking ourselves that question on a personal level. How would you react? Would you find yourself spiraling into ontological shock or slipping into psychosis? What about you? Have you ever felt the crushing weight of psychosis? That overwhelming sense that the world is somehow conspiring against you, even when there's no evidence to support it? Why does our mind play such cruel and twisted tricks on us, turning our own thoughts into enemies we can't escape? In our next video, we'll take a deeper dive into this fascinating topic. You might just uncover the answer to a question you didn't even know you had. Together, we'll explore how to recognize and resist the gravitational pull of forces that can lead to personal ontological shock or psychosis, especially when life's hardships have kept you trapped in misery for far too long. Stay tuned, and let's take this journey of self-discovery together. And if you found value out of this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.